This is Kado's Cakes and Chops. You're welcome to my channel. Join me today as I take you on a step-by-step tutorial on how to make Madeira cake. This is a traditionally lemon-infused and flavored cake. This cake is all butter Madeira cake. This is a very delicious recipe. Let's get started. In a clean bowl on the scale, I have already measured out 312.5 grams of all-purpose flour, 175 grams of salted butter, 175 grams of castor sugar. And here I have 3 eggs room temperature and 45 ml of milk. And I will also be using 2 tablespoons of fresh grated lemon zest and 1/4 cup of lemon juice. In a clean bowl, I'll be combining all the wet ingredients. First of all, I'll be creaming the butter and the sugar. Let's start with the butter first. This is my fresh lemon juice. First, I'll be transferring the butter into the bowl, and with my hand mixer, I'll be mixing the butter until it turns pale in color before adding the sugar. If this is your first time on this channel, like and share. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more tutorials on cakes, bread, and chops. Do turn on your notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. I'll go ahead and work on the butter, mixing it until it turns pale in color. As you can see, the color is changing. In a few seconds, I'll be adding the sugar into the butter. This is a step-by-step tutorial and well detailed. If you pay attention, you'll be able to make a very delicious Madeira cake at home. If you observe now, you can see that the butter is looking all pale. Time to add the sugar. I'll be adding half of the sugar into the butter, then the remaining half later. The creaming of the sugar and the butter will take a while, like 2 to 3 minutes. I'll be creaming the sugar and the butter until well combined. In the process of creaming the sugar and the butter, use your spatula to scrape the side of your bowl. It's very important you scrape this side so that there will be no leftover sugar by the corner of your bowl. In this recipe, I am using salted butter. If you choose to use unsalted butter, then you have to add some salt to your all-purpose flour. Time to add the rest of the sugar. I'll be using the mixer manually to mix the sugar and the butter first before turning it on. The reason is to avoid the sugar from splashing all over my workspace, or to prevent the sugar from splashing, Time to use the spatula again to scrape the side of the bowl. This way. Scrape it clean, so that all the ingredients will be well combined and well mixed as you use your mixer to mix it. I'll mix once again before I'll be introducing other wet ingredients. Because this is a butter-based cake, I have to mix the sugar and the butter very well to be pale and fluffy. It helps the cake to come out well. Madeira cake is a very interesting cake with a unique flavor and taste. Because of the lemon infused into the cake, it gives it a very unique taste, very good flavor, taste absolutely amazing. You can see the butter and the sugar mixture is coming out so well, looking so creamy and fluffy. just like ice cream. This is the consistency I need for this recipe. Some butter-based cake recipes require thorough creaming of your butter and sugar before baking. But what you need to do is to pay attention to your recipes, study your recipe to know the right thing to do at the right time. If it requires creaming, please do cream your butter and sugar properly, thoroughly before baking. It makes your cake come out well. It makes you have a very good result after baking your cake. It makes your cake come out fluffy, delicious, and melt in the mouth, you know? When I'm done scraping the sides of my bowl now, it is time to add the eggs. I'll be introducing the eggs one after the other. I will add one, mix. After mixing this one thoroughly, I'll be adding the second one until I'm done with the 3 eggs. Madeira cake is very sweet, delicious, zesty, and perfect for every occasion, perfect for everyone. Everyone loves cake, right? You can see we're making progress with the mixing. In a short while, I'll be adding the second egg. This is the second egg. I'll also mix. I'm doing this manually before turning my mixer on. This is to make sure that the sugar granules in my mixture dissolves well, because we are not using no water for this recipe. There will be no water, so the eggs will help the sugar to dissolve properly. As a baker, keep one thing in mind while mixing your batter. Always scrape the side of your bowl. Don't fail to scrape the sides of your bowl so that your mixture will be even and well combined. You can also taste your batter when mixing. It's good you taste your batter so that you know how it tastes, what it tastes like. It's like someone who is cooking. You taste your food. It's good you taste your batter. Time to add the third egg. In it goes. You can see we have a very fluffy and creamy, very interesting, appetizing, and good looking batter here. The next ingredient I'll be adding into this batter is some flavor. We're adding vanilla essence 10 ml into the batter and mix together. After mixing in the flavor, I'll be introducing the star of the moment, which is the grated lemon zest. There is no Madeira cake without lemon zest. It is not just possible for you to make Madeira cake without your lemon zest. Then what are you baking? It is best to use the fresh lemon zest. This is 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, freshly grated by me. I'll be mixing it to combine well into the batter. Mix very well to combine. We are almost done mixing the wet ingredients. In a few seconds, I will stop mixing and set the batter aside. The next step will be combining the dry ingredients. So I'll just set this batter aside and bring out the all-purpose flour, mixing my baking powder and the baking soda. This is the all-purpose flour. And take note, I have already sifted the flour to avoid any dirt or lumps. Now I'm sifting the baking powder and the baking soda. It is half tablespoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'll be sifting it into the all-purpose flour. Then mix all to combine. Mix to combine well. I'm not adding no salt because I am using salted butter. The next step will be adding the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. I'll be adding the all-purpose flour into the butter and sugar mixture, which is the wet ingredients. This is where the cake mixing takes place. So I'll be adding the flour bit by bit into the wet ingredients. Then mix gently with my spatula. Watch the way I'm mixing. Gently. And add the flour bit by bit. And cut gently. Carefully and gently mixing both together. The outcome of your cake depends on how you mix your batter. It's very important you're careful. This is a time to add the milk. You mix and add the milk to combine well. Don't be in a haste while mixing your cake. It is important you scrape the sides of your bowl and cut gently. Mix with care. Over mixing your batter gives you a tough cake. Take note of that. So gently and carefully mix your wet and the dry ingredients together. When it is just combined, you see everything is combined. To avoid over mixing, you stop. Immediately you notice everything is well mixed and combined. I'll be adding the last milk now. Then mix. This is also the time to add the lemon juice. So I'll be introducing the lemon juice into the bowl now. Oh yeah, this is the fresh lemon juice. I added half of it now. Mix. Cut and mix. Cut and mix. Folding technique. This is cut, fold in. Cut, fold in. This is the technique you use in mixing your cake. Whether you're a seasoned baker or a newbie, I don't know how you mix your cake, but this is how I handle my cake and it comes out very fine. For this recipe, we don't need water. I'm not adding no water to this recipe. The only liquid in this recipe is the lemon juice, the milk, and the eggs. You can see it's well combined now and well mixed now. Time to stop. This is just okay. No longer mixing. This is time to grease the pan. I have greased the cake pans with some butter, and now I'll be coating them with some sprinkles of all-purpose flour. Watch the way I'll be coating the baking pan. This is what you do to it if you're not using baking paper. For this recipe, I don't want to use baking paper. Just want to bake with this method. You roll and let the all-purpose flour coat the pan that is already greased with some butter. This will let your cake come out easily after baking. The next thing I'll be doing is to scoop the batter into the cake pan. I'll be sharing the batter into 2 equal parts. While transferring the batter into the cake pans, I had turned on my oven to preheat for like 10 minutes to be ready for baking. It is very important you preheat your oven before baking. Very, very important. So as I scoop the batter into 2 equal parts, then I'll be transferring them into the oven and bake for 30 minutes. If you like this recipe, why not try it out? Drop me a comment in the comment section. Let me know how it turned out. Madeira cakes can be eaten for breakfast. You can snack on them. You know, cake is sweet. You can bake a Madeira cake for birthdays, for parties, for family and friends. It's a good recipe and it's perfect for every occasion. After scooping into the cake pans, I'm using my spatula to level it up a bit. Then I'll be giving each pan a tap on the table. I'll give it a tap before transferring it into the oven. Tapping the pans on the table releases some air bubbles trapped in the batter. I'll be baking this cake for 160 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. So I'll be transferring this into my preheated oven. I'm giving it some taps now. Then it's going into the oven right away. After 30 minutes, our Madeira cake is fully baked, ready and looking all pretty, well baked. To check if your cake is baked, you use your skewer, insert in the middle of the cake. If it comes out clean, then your cake is well baked. It's ready. Let the cake sit in the pan for 10 minutes, then I'll be transferring it to a cake rack for proper cooling before frosting. For the frosting, I'll be using 3/4 cup of whipped cream, 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Then a dash of yellow color, just a little for topping. So now I mixed the whipped cream already to add a little beauty to our Madeira cake. I'm frosting it. So after adding the whipped cream, I'll be sprinkling a little lemon zest on it before adding the half of the cake. You can add some syrup if you choose to. You can add simple syrup or drizzle some sugar on your Madeira cake. It's fine. Whichever way you want to enjoy it, it's okay. You can see now I'm sprinkling some lemon zest, fresh lemon zest, to give it that zesty taste and flavor. Now I'll be placing the other half of the cake on it. Then I'm adding 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon zest into the whipped cream. Then I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice also after mixing this. Here is the lemon juice. I'll be adding it. Then give it a good mix to combine well. Remember, Madeira cake is a cake that is traditionally flavored with lemon, the juice and the zest. Infusing lemon into Madeira cake makes it so good and really special. It tastes so special. If this is your first time on this channel, like and share. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more tutorials. Here we give tips, tutorials on how to make cakes, breads, and small chops. Turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Tips to get a very good result when baking your Madeira cake. 1. Use fresh lemon juice and fresh lemon zest. 2. Don't open your oven while baking until it is time. 3. All ingredients must be at room temperature. 4. Regulate your oven well and don't bake on a high temperature. 5. Don't overmix your batter. Follow these 5 tips and you'll be making yourself the best Madeira cake at home. This frosting is a simple lemon-infused frosting to complement the Madeira cake. Since it's a lemon-infused cake, I decided to infuse a little lemon zest and juice into the frosting to make it taste better. I'll be adding a drop of yellow color into the remaining whipped cream just to design the top of the cake, to add a little color to it. And let me just clean up to make it look clean. Yeah, I'm done here. Let me mix. Yeah, it looks colorful. Looks beautiful. Madeira cake is my husband's best, and I love it too. It's time now to cut the cake, and it's time to taste the cake. This cake came out so nice. Wow, so beautifully well. And I love this frosting. Let me taste. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in my next one. Let's taste the cake. This is delicious. This is melt in the mouth. I love this. I love it.